Hi everyone, welcome back to Oshkosh today. You may notice we are here at the Oshkosh Area Humane Society, and joining me is Cheryl Rosenthal. Cheryl, thanks so much for joining us.
Thank you for coming today.
Oh, it's beautiful. I haven't been here in a while, and you've done so much with this place.
Oh, thank you.
It's
gorgeous. Things are always changing. We're always decorating, rearranging, coming up with new ideas.
Well, you have so many great animals here, and one of the things that we need to do is to get these cats adopted.
We need to get the cats adopted. We see so many cats. We see 4 times as many cats as we do dogs, and that's why we're really focusing some of our monthly events around cats. And we're seeing so many cats coming in either as strays or families having to bring in their pets. And so we have all these wonderful animals looking for homes, and we just need to find the right match for them.
Well, you do have wonderful animals, and they're so precious. Even this one I have on my lap here.
I was told
baby.
I was told that this is the room where all the lap sitters are.
Oh, so, okay. So we picked a good one.
We picked a good room.
That's right. That's right. Well, you have a lot of things going on, especially in the month of February. Why don't you tell us what's going on?
Well, February, we're hoping that people will come to the Oshkosh Area Humane Society and find the love of their life. There's nothing to warm your heart better than a cat sitting on your lap. And so what we have done is we're having this special throughout the month of February where people can come in and apply for a cat, and their adoption fee is only $14 in honor of Valentine's Day.
Oh, that's great.
And in addition to adopting your cat, every cat that's adopted is going to have a special Valentine gift that they are going to give to their new adopter. And then everybody participating in the month of February will also have their name put in for a drawing for a box of OAHS hand-dipped chocolates.
Ooh, special.
Right. So what we're trying to do, kind of because we have so many cats, we're trying to get people in the community that maybe have never been to the shelter before to kind of pique their interest and want them to stop in and say, hey, what are they doing over here? And we have a lot of fun with these events.
I think you guys do a lot, especially throughout the year, but you have a lot of other fun activities coming up too, right?
Yes, we do. In March, we have our birthday bash, which will be the end of March. People can check out our website to see exactly what the dates are. Okay. We're going to be kind of celebrating our birthday, or our anniversary really, of when we moved into the building throughout the whole month of March. But then the end of March, we're actually going to have a little bit of an anniversary party where we'll be serving up cake and ice cream and different things.
Oh, that sounds great. Now, what is your website?
It's www.oahs.org.
Okay. Now, a lot of people are saying, well, why do you do cats, more cats than dogs?
Well, as I said earlier, we see 4 times as many cats as we do dogs. And because of the sheer numbers, we have fewer dogs, so our dog population turns over quicker. So we're not struggling with the numbers like we are with the cats.
Okay, and you have a new program too called Life Saving. Can you tell us
Life
about
Saving,
that?
That's our mission. That's our new mission.
Okay.
In May of 2009, the Oshkosh Area Humane Society and all of our staff took a pledge that we were going to become what is called a life-saving shelter. And what that means is we will no longer euthanize animals for space. We never turn an animal away that has nowhere else to go. But logic has it that the building can get full.
That's true.
And instead of euthanizing animals to make room for them, we now rely on foster homes to expand the walls of the shelter into the community so that we can help all adoptable animals and give every animal a chance to find a new home.
So with the foster care, what's involved with that?
Well, we have an introduction to foster care the second Thursday of every month, and it goes from 6 until 7 in our community room, or our education room as we call it, and people can learn about fostering. In order to foster, really all you need is a spare room and time to give a little TLC. We provide everything else. If there's medications, litter boxes, litter, food, we provide everything. And all that person has to provide is the TLC.
Wow.
Until the cat is well, or sometimes in the case of a mom cat and kittens, until those kittens are old enough to be adopted. And people can choose. Maybe they can only take a cat for a week or 2. Maybe they would like to have kittens in their house for 6 to 8 weeks. But it's something really very rewarding. And in addition to the foster care, of course, we also need people to come in and adopt.
Sure. Well, do you find that once a person has fostered an animal, then they can't let it go and they want to adopt it?
We do have that happen occasionally. I'm one of those people. I flung foster care a lot. But for the most part, once people start fostering, even if they do adopt, they still seem to have that spare room that when we're in a crunch, they're still able to foster. And that's the other thing, is we never have enough foster homes. So if anybody out there is interested, you know, sometimes if you take on a litter of kittens and you've had them in your home 5 or 6 weeks, you'd like to take a break. But there's still cats coming in that need foster care, and that's why we need so many foster homes on a roster, so that everybody can kind of take a break.
Well, that's really good, and I'm assuming all of this information's on your website. So
the information is on our website, so they can contact us, or they can contact Sharon, our volunteer coordinator and foster home coordinator, and call her here at the shelter at 920-303-3166, or they can shoot her an email. It's her first name, Sharon, at OAHS.org.
Okay, well, that's good to know. Now, you were talking a little bit about the adoption fees. Now, you guys have went down on your adoption fees. Is that to hope to get more people to adopt these cats?
Yes, we're finding that a lot of times a lot of shelters are slashing their adoption fees, because our primary goal here, you know, as a nonprofit organization, we're not here to make money. We're here to find these animals homes.
Right.
And our first priority is finding those new homes for these animals. And that's again why we rely so heavily on private donations. So people do need to understand we still have to cover our costs as far as operations, but we found that for people to come in and adopt, we're better off slashing those prices and getting them in here and getting the animals in homes.
And they're just so lovable, and why would you not take one or two?
Right. You know, Connie, I'm so glad that you keep saying that, because a lot of people think that shelter animals, that there's something wrong with them, that they're damaged goods. And a lot of the animals that we see are pets that are the result of people that have fallen on hard times and they can't take care of their pets. And all of our pets are spayed and neutered, they're litter box trained, they've received a lot of their vaccinations, they've been wormed. I mean, they're ready to go. They're just waiting for somebody to take them home and love them.
And I think a lot of people don't realize that when you talk about what's all involved and the small amount that it is for an adoption fee, but yet you don't have all those other costs.
Right.
And that's a lot.
The highest our adoption fee is for cats is $50, and that includes the animal being spayed and neutered. And spaying and neutering alone can be well over $150 to $200.
Exactly, exactly. And how could you pass something like this up?
I know.
I mean, they're so adorable. Plus, I think it's great because they've been with other animals in these rooms and stuff, so they're used to other animals
We know a lot about the cats before they go home. And we're all about making matches. So if somebody has a cat at home and they're thinking, my cat would really like to have a playmate, or I would like to have another cat and I don't know if my cat would like another playmate, we can help them sort that out. We're all about making matches.
Well, that's wonderful. That's wonderful. And is the process, does it take very long?
Oh, heavens no.
Okay.
It's very simple. That's another thing that we've done here at the shelter, is we have really cut our adoption application. We usually try to turn things around in 24 to 48 hours. Sometimes the biggest holdup that we have is if somebody rents and we have trouble getting in touch with their landlord, or having them release their veterinary records if they have other pets. But our whole goal is to try to turn things around as quickly as we can, not just for the person who's adopting, but for the cats.
Sure. Get these happy cats into a happy family.
That's right.
That's right. Well, this is wonderful. And before we go, I know you also have a show called Happy Tales.
Yes, we do.
And that's on our CATV2 channel.
Yes, it is.
Tell us a little bit about those topics that you cover on there.
Well, Happy Tales, we've covered a lot of topics. We've had people, we've interviewed veterinarians, we've showed a spay-neuter surgery. I've done a session on litter box training. We've done dog mixing and mixing a cat with a dog, and we're hoping that upcoming we're going to be featuring, we're going to do a segment on rabbits and house rabbits.
Oh, nice.
We have several rabbits here at the shelter, and we've been learning so much from our resident expert about bonded pairs and just so much information about small mammals. And other things that we've done on our show is we've had other visitors come, we've had dog trainers come in, we've had other rescue groups come in and talk about the work that they're doing. We've even had the Humane Society of the United States come in. So we've really hit a broad spectrum of topics. But we always encourage our viewers, if they like our show and enjoy seeing Joni and I on TV, if they have an idea for a show, they should contact the shelter and let us know, what would you like us to show on the Happy Tales.
That would be great. Well, it is a very educational program. It truly is.
It's a lot of fun to do.
Yeah, well, you guys do a great job. Well, for our listeners and our viewers out there, what can they do to help out the Humane Society? I know you have volunteering, and you need a lot of donated items, as well as people to adopt these cats and everything. But what can our viewers do out there to help you guys out?
Primarily, the number one thing for me would be is if you're thinking about getting a pet, please think about adopting a shelter animal. If you're shopping, if you can just pick up 1 or 2 items that we could use here at the shelter and donate that, every little bit really helps. Consider being a foster home. Spread the word to family and friends. If you collect aluminum cans, consider donating those. We can turn those into supplies here at the shelter. Weight circles out of Purina, off of the Purina products. There's a weight circle there. And if you cut out that weight circle and you turn that into the Humane Society, we can turn that into office supplies. So there's a lot of different ways that people can help the Humane Society without spending any money.
Sure.
Or if they have a little extra change, maybe they can throw it into one of the canister banks that they see around town.
There you go. Or maybe some of these schools can get involved and do some big fundraising.
We've had a lot of children come forward. We have kids that do birthday parties for us where they ask for gifts for themselves or for the animals instead of for themselves. We have Girl Scout and Boy Scout troops that collect supplies and bring them in. And it's just very rewarding to see that the message is getting out there and that the children are getting involved.
Well, that's wonderful. You got to start young, that's for sure.
That's right.
Well, thank you so much. We really appreciate you letting us come here. The cats have been wonderful. They've so well behaved.
Yes, thank you. Thank you so much for coming in.
Absolutely, absolutely. Well, we encourage everyone to stop at the Oshkosh Area Humane Society if you want more information on adoption or helping out as foster parent or just making a donation. You can give Cheryl a call at 424-2128. You can also check out the website at OAHS.org for more information. We'll be back with more of Oshkosh Today right after this.